Hey everybody. It's been a while since I've made a video showing the progress of the arcade here and what's been going on just in general. So I wanted to take a minute to show everybody what's happened since all of the disasters in the past, between the leaking roof and the fire that just really screwed everything up here. It really made a mess out of me putting this room together. But when it all was said and done, I tore out a workbench that was across this whole wall here so that I could line up the pinball machines. And Roadshow is having problems creating voltage for one of the sensors. The board's going to get sent out this next week, and we'll have it fixed and back up. It's not mine, it's my buddy's. You know, space missions got little niggling things here and there. There's something that's not scoring right we got to fix, but it's running. Old Chicago's running, although I got to go through the bonus stepper again. Sky Jump's doing great. Royal Guard's doing great. Millionaire is still millionaire. Someday I'll have to tell the story of how I got this machine. It's technically not mine, but it's mine. That's why I've never really fixed the displays on it and things like that. I've been waiting for the owner to tell me, hey, bring it. He never has. I don't think he ever will. And so one of these days I'll spruce it up and fix those displays. Pinbot had the displays go down. I have a brand new power board in there made by Kahoot, and he has actually stopped selling those. But I contacted him, and he is still willing to service this board, so I just need to pull it out and get it sent in. Otherwise, Pinbot's doing great. Gorgar got a brand spanking new back glass. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. I've never seen a brand new back glass before. So, really happy about that. Still got a problem with the left flipper. I've never really been able to figure out. It's a little bit weak. I don't think it's the EOS switch. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll get her figured out. Firepower, still doing awesome. Great game. Love it, love it. I got a new addition here. Kind of a holy grail. Dun, 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 dun. Let me turn on my light. I got a Rowe BC25, although I think it's a converted BC20 change machine. You know, I mean, if you want the arcade experience, what's the one machine everybody touched? Everybody. It was the change machine. And best of all, I got it free. Now, the bill acceptor doesn't work, but it flashes its little lights like it does, and that's all I wanted it to do. And so this morning, I took some time and I opened it up and I pulled out the hoppers and I took them all apart and cleaned them because it wasn't transporting the coins like it should. And then I ran a little extra wire, which any of you arcade geeks know all about already. So now, all I have to do if I want quarters or eventually tokens, I'm going to set this up for tokens, blocking my light here, is just come up to it and go like this. Ooh, I can't see. There we go. And look at that. I have it right now dispensing the same amount of quarters that that the arcade in my hometown would dispense in tokens. So you get 5 tokens for $1, and you'd get 30 for $5, I think it was. So that was a score. Got it free, had to drive and pick it up, but that was so worth it. Very big thanks to Kevin that I got it from. Man, I didn't know what to expect from the guy. I go up there to his house, and the first thing I see when I open the door, or when he opens the door, was he's got Omega Race, and he's got a Tron, the walk-in one that you stood inside of. And then he went on to tell me about some of the other cool games he's got. Oh my gosh. Need to stay in touch with you, Kevin. Taxi's doing great. I still haven't changed the missing or the weak sockets. I got one right there I can't get to work, but I got a new socket for it. And I got one down in there that I need to change. Matter of fact, the 50,000. It kind of works. Don't have it on, but Target Zero is still working. I need to actually pull the soundboards out and do a little bit of work on those, but it plays great. Off-road still runs fine. Turbo. Turbo, turbo, turbo. The saga continues. I do have to say, though, I just got the circuit board back from being repaired. And, of course, there's going to be an error. Why wouldn't there be? I thought I'd be all impressive and show this, but the circuit board's repaired. The only reason I'm having those issues that I just shut it off for is because of the contactors, the contacts, the edge connectors. I think I need to really get the wiring harness rebuilt. I have a feeling that's a lot of my problems. And the steering wheel has not been working, so I've got to tear that apart. If it wasn't for the fact that this is the only machine that my wife wanted, I'll tell you what, I'd take a match to it. Still haven't done anything with this guy. This guy suffered some damage from all of the moisture that came in when the roof was leaking, where this has warped and separated. And I've got to tear it all apart and replace that, and that's not going to be fun. Bonanza still runs fine. Just don't have it on. Asteroids Deluxe. Had the board checked on this because I was having a little bit of a video issue, but as you see, it's working great. And even better, I've got a multi-kit installed on it. So now I have Asteroids Deluxe, Lunar Lander, regular asteroids. So very cool. I love vector games. I was going to get Missile Command going, or the monitor on it, but I spent my money on a new back glass. So let's see, the Shuffle Alley. This guy's got something going on with the score reels, the motor. I think the score reels are dragging a little bit, and I had someone recommend lubricating them, the leather clutches, with a little bit of Teflon oil. And so, well, it's not really Teflon oil, but it's got a Teflon additive. So I got some. I just haven't had a chance to pull it out and work on it yet. I've been doing everything else. Oh, this poor guy. Man, the monitor went down. And so I got to find a new TV to fit that size, and then I can get back to work on it. The computer's out of it now too. We ended up having to use it for something else, so I'm pretty much starting from scratch on monitor and computer. But it should still run fine. 8-ball is still awaiting its turn. Buck Rogers, I actually wheeled it out here while my buddy's living with me just to make a little more room in the house. And then I need to get back on that. That Data East time machine is somebody else's. If he doesn't come and get it soon, I'm just going to call it mine, I swear. High Speed and Grand Lizard, these go way back. If you go way back into my videos, you probably, I think I have some mention of them in there. There's some pretty good project machines. Grand Lizard, anyhow. I don't think High Speed will take too much. We need to send the board out and get it shopped out, but otherwise, that's pretty much it. Did get a lot of cleaning done. There's actually a clear path all the way down to the doors now. And a lot of dump runs and a lot of hauling stuff out. You see this greenhouse paneling that rings my shop. It's great for light, but it's horrible for light too. Yeah, I got a berry bush growing in here. We got to get out there and prune that still. And so the problem with this light, or with this greenhouse panel, is it lets so much light in this other side that it was too bright, and I didn't like what it was doing. I was just worried that the light on the machines would be, bad for the artwork and fade it. So I have stapled up some black plastic to shade it all, and I love it. Oh yeah, you like my party lights? Party lights, Got my oscilloscope sitting on top of target 0. They look kind of cool when they're on with that, you know. And and Gauntlet 2. Got this from the same guy that I have the Millionaire machine from, and High Speed and Grand Lizard are also from him as well. So, you know, maybe we'll fix it. I'm not interested in this game, mainly because it's a continue game. Just like Off-Road, which is my buddy's. I don't really care for continue games because it's like slot machines. They don't get fun when they're free. They get boring. So that's kind of what's going on here now. I want to point out, if you haven't noticed, that my channel no longer has ads on it. And while there may be some of you that are going, yay, well, for me it sucks. I don't beg for donations from people. I don't beg for Patreon supporters. I don't beg that you subscribe. I don't beg that you follow. It drives me nuts every time you go to someone's channel. Hey, be sure to subscribe and follow. Well, I'm an adult. I can make that decision on my own. If your content's good, I'll subscribe and I'll follow. You know, and the same thing with the Patreon. Everyone's begging for money, and everyone's trying to sell shit to you now too. T-shirts and mugs and who knows what else, keychains and garbage. Well, you know what? I print T-shirts. If I wanted to sell garbage, I could easily get it. I work with promotional crap all the time. I mean, you name it, all that little stuff, all, you know, little frisbees and little football squeezy things and things like that. And I just don't want it to come down to that on this channel. You know, this channel is just kind of what I pass time with. It was really nice when I had the income from YouTube, and it only amounted to really $200 to $300 a year. But that $200 to $300 a year went to helping fix up games. You know, I mean, that's a repair job right there. And now I don't have that anymore because YouTube, for some reason, decided all of the little guys are no longer worth their time and support. If you do not have so many subscribers, and if you do not have so many hours or minutes of view time of your videos in general, you can no longer advertise on YouTube or get their advertising. So what this means is only the people that make really big, long videos that want to drag crap out and waste time and just do really lame stuff that gets clicks, well, they get all the support now. And the big media channels, they get all the support now. But the little guys, you know, like me, who are just kind of having a good time and trying to show you what we're doing and maybe help somebody out in the process, and you know, well, they don't give a shit about us anymore. They crapped all over the little guy. If you don't know anything about the adpocalypse, they call it, yes, adpocalypse. Do a little search on YouTube and you'll quickly find people talking about it. And it really sucked for the little guy. So, you know, I don't want to say it, but I'll tell you what, if somebody does ever want to donate, you do want to input on what I'm doing here. I mean, you can say, dude, I would love to see you make that machine run, and here's what I'm willing to donate in order to help make it happen. Man, I wouldn't turn it down, but generally speaking, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to beg, and if you want to support me, you can, and if you don't, that's fine. Enjoy what I do, and you know, good times. So that's it for now. Comment. That's the one thing I'm going to ask for. I don't care if you like and subscribe. That's up to you. But I really like it when people comment, because that lets me know that people are actually watching the videos, and it gives me a chance to maybe produce something that would be a little more interesting to somebody. So take the time, post a quick comment. In the meantime, cheers.